Hi, this is Reverend Tina Morris Anderson with the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where God's blessings never stop flowing. Today is Fantastic Friday, and our scripture today comes from Exodus, the 16th chapter, the 9th through the 21st verse. Now, yesterday, you heard me talk about how the Israelites, as they wandered, they started complaining. That's a very human characteristic. That's kind of what we do. But they were just unhappy people. But the thing about it is God heard their complaints, or it's phrased as their murmuring. And so he promised to provide, and he provided quail, and he provided manna, which was a type of bread. It was a flaky substance, but they could put it together and bake it and do different things with it. God even gave them instructions for how much manna to take. And even people who took a lot had enough. People who took a little, they too had enough. You see, God's grace is a lot like the manna in this story. Some people have a lot, or they look like they have a lot, and some people have a little, or they appear to have a little. But the thing is, there is always enough. There is enough of God's grace to go around for everyone. And his love is just like that. There is enough love for everyone. So one of the instructions that God also gave was to tell the people not to keep the manna until morning. Go ahead, collect what you need for the day, and that's it. But you know how we are. Some of us are just, as my daddy would say, hard-headed. And so they did hold on to it overnight, out of habit maybe, but the manna would spoil by morning. But what God was really wanting them to do, because you think about it, gosh, God, you gave us all this great stuff. Why shouldn't we hold on to it and save it because it's so wonderful? But what he wanted them to do was to trust that he would provide for them the next day. That is why they didn't have to hold on to it, because God is our provider. He is our Jehovah Jireh. He is our provider. And we must do the same as the Israelites were instructed to do. We need to trust God to provide our daily bread, whatever that thing that we need, whatever that sustenance is, we should rely upon God. We need to work diligently in the way God directs us, and then we will reap the abundance of what we have sown with God's help. Have a wonderful day.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.